got some Danner shoes here. It's my first pair. These are the Corvallis. And initial impressions before I get them all dirty here at work is very, very stiff. These look like they're going to take a little bit to break in. But it looks to be pretty well made boot. They're not steel toe, but because of that rubber boot on the front, it's almost like a halfway steel toe. It's stiffer than a normal shoe, which I like that. I'm using these in a weld shop. Sometimes you drop stuff on your foot, so you kind of need that. And one thing I do have a hard time finding is, you'll see inside, it's like a mesh on the sides. I always look for a leather tongue. I thought these were leather tongue from the pictures in the Amazon I ordered these off of, but as you can see, it's only in the center. So what I do is I take silicone and just coat these with silicone to keep the weld sparks from burning through. But I did notice that when you do tighten them up, these folds kind of leave a spot for sparks to get caught in down there. So we'll see how that plays out over time, because when they go in your shoe, that's bad. So just initial, like I said, before I get them all dirty, pretty decent looking shoe. I like the dark colors, you know, because I'm going to destroy them anyway in here. They got them listed. I've seen them on sites for $170. I only paid $140 for these, and I don't know why. But like I said, I got them off Amazon. I'll add to this video later on after I wear them for a little while, and let you know my thoughts on them long term. Okay, so this is the long term ending to this video, and like I said earlier, these are the Danner Corvallis. These boots are now almost 9 months old, and I work in a weld shop, so they get some serious abuse. There is no holes, no rips, no seams coming apart yet. The bottoms still have great tread, and I'm on steel floors, concrete, mud, dirt. Just about, I'm hard on boots. I am really hard on boots. Any welder's hard on boots because you burn them up. They get hit with sparks and pieces of hot metal and stuff. But I will say, I will be buying these again. The only downside I'm going to say to them is, you know, January, February, when it gets really, really cold, yeah, I switch to a different boot that has some insulation in it, because these are not, you know, they're not really made for the cold weather. But the upside, in summer, they're fine, you know, 95-degree heat, 96, 97, where I'm at in my part of the country, you know, in July it's 95 and the humidity's 95 and it's just stupid hot. And I'm wearing these. The insides hold up well. You see a little bit of burns there. The support is great. They don't hurt my feet. The only downside was they took a while to break in. They took like 2 weeks to break in. And if you're gonna buy these, I would say the first week, don't throw out your old shoes, because the first week I wore these for like 2 or 3, 4 hours at a time, and then I would put my old boots back on because they're just really stiff. But if you're gonna have a boot that lasts a long time, that's kind of how it goes. You know, if you have a boots that are really soft from the beginning, for the most part, they're gonna fall apart. And I've had many different kinds of boots in my life that I've tried, and I'm always in a search for, you know, the good boot, the good all-arounder. And these Corvallis by Danner are pretty close to being ideal for me. They're waterproof, and like I'd said in my earlier video, it's not a steel toe. I hate steel toes, even though I'm a welder. I just, in the winter when, you know, before it even gets super cold, once that steel toe gets cold, your toes get cold, I get miserable when my toes are cold. So, but having this extra cover, it's like a rubberized cover on top. It, you know, if you drop something on your foot, you have more protection there because of that. So I really like that. I had the silicone insides. It's, you know, you see earlier in the video I did that. And, you know, sometimes, you know, sparks will go down in here and end up in your shoe. Hasn't happened yet with these boots. So I'm very happy about that because, you know, the center here is leather. And when you tighten them up, it kind of covers, you know, all the whatever this material is. You know, it's like a mesh, not a mesh, but it's not leather. So, and that's where sparks go through and, you know, you end up getting hot foot dancing around like crazy, but hasn't happened in these shoes. And, you know, you can see, I don't care about my shoes. You know, you can't, you know, when you're a welder and you're walking or you're in construction or whatever, you do what you do. You're not paying attention to, you know, how bad you're beating up your shoes. But for these to go 9 months, and they're not even really near the end of their life yet, I know I can get another 3 months out of these easy. So these are going to last me to probably January, which I bought them last January. So to get a whole year out of them, and you know, they're not cheap, you know, but you get what you pay for. And with this boot, I think I got these for, I don't even remember now. I probably mentioned it earlier in the video. I think they're up to like $180 now. But for me, I don't care. I'll pay the money for the boot because you're wearing these things, you know, 8-10 hours a day. The last thing you want to cheap out on is your footwear. So my thoughts on the Danner Corvallis is, yes, I'm getting another pair of these, and I've been looking for this boot for a while. So if you work in construction and you're looking for something that's going to last and, you know, not start ripping apart and splitting the seams, and, you know, it's not a cheap shoe. So like I said, you get what you pay for.